Okay. Good. So we can start with the award ceremony for the Ulrich Rohde Award on Advances in Software-Defined Radio. And we're a little over time, 8 minutes, but there was a lot of need for talks. There are old friends who have come who would have liked to see Professor Rohde directly, but unfortunately he's not here. He's in the United States, and that's about 6,000 or 7,000 kilometers away, and a long, long trip to fly over here. He will be here in Europe again and again from time to time, but I have the honor to give you his welcome and his greetings, and he's happy that this event here now can take place. So the Ulrich Rohde Award was created this year because there has been the understanding that the field of software-defined radio is emerging and is growing more and more, and is receiving recognition everywhere in the industry, in the academia. There are chairs of communication science, computer science, things emerging towards SDR. The field of electrical engineering is having is kind of merging with communication science into this new field of software-defined data processing or signal processing. So, Professor Rohde created this award, and we're happy to hand it over today to a winner. We have a special guest here today, Sylvain Azarian. Please give him a warm applause. Sylvain is a special guest because he's actually a representative, and he's the president of the International Amateur Radio Union, and you see that this is a very particular recognition that Sylvain is here with us today.
Thank you. Warm welcome. Thank you very much. Just a few words. I'm very proud first to be here, and it's more than a recognition. I think that amateur radio, the IARU, the International Amateur Radio Union, is here to defend and protect the spectrum. But what do we do with the spectrum? And you know that amateur radio is about fun, but it's also about innovation. And where does the innovation come from? From this community, from SDR. So I'm very pleased to be here, and I'm very honored to be with you today. I'm a great fan of SDR. Many of those who contributed to these projects and who presented their projects are people I know, and I'm very happy to be here. Thank you for the invitation, by the way. Thank you very much.
Thanks for coming. I would also like to mention the award board. So we created an award board of professors, academics. I graduated, but I'm not into academics. I'm from the industry. But we have 4 professors, 2 of whom have been here yesterday. The representatives from the European Radio Days, and from the German side, we have Michael, also here. The other representative, Michael Niemetz, is from the University of Applied Sciences in Regensburg. He's not here with us today, but of course, these 4 academic representatives were happy to select the winner. So, Michael.
Okay, yeah, I can explain a little bit. We had some ideas from Professor Rohde how to decide which one could be the best fitting for his ideas, and we had a look on the papers which we got. There have been only 2 papers, So it was a very simple selection for this first part. First, we had a discussion about if we should include all the already recorded videos, but we decided not to include them and only to use the papers. And from these papers, we had a winner. These two papers are one of, I should say the winner. Yeah. And the winner is Sebastian Basti Blösel. Basti Blösel is well known to this forum, maybe because he had some talks during the last years, and he is very well known to the GNU radio community, as he had made some software additions for the GNU radio drivers for I think IEEE 208.15.4. So he is very famous, and he had a good talk we will see later. And then you will see as your own idea if it is a good paper to represent the advances and forward in software-defined radio. And for the next years, I like to ask people who wants to be judged in the Ulrich Rohde Prize for the next years to give us a paper.
And nevertheless, I would like to thank Wojciech also for submitting a paper.
Yeah.
Thank you very much. As we've seen, the probability to win the prize is nevertheless very high. And we will make sure that also your paper will be published. So even though the board selected Bastian, but we'll make sure you get the according recognition also from the print magazine, which we will select. We'll make sure you'll get the paper published. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much for all people who gave us the opportunity to have a selection and to find out the paper which will be the best to the Ulrich Rohde recommendations for the board.
Okay, so we have the winner also on screen. Here is Sebastian.
Congratulations.
Hi. Yeah, thank you very much.
Please, go ahead. And
Yeah, Bastian, congratulations. As you've seen, this is not a virtual recognition. You're not physically with us today, but you've seen from the video.
Yeah, thank you very
I'm
much.
happy to present this recognition remotely. Can you please summarize your contributions that you will present later today?
Yes, I'm working on Future SDR, which is an SDR runtime, which is kind of similar to GNU Radio, but it is more experimental and more for academic research, let's say, for example, to play with new schedulers, to see how to integrate I/O and also accelerators efficiently. So yeah, it's at the moment more an academic project and something like a library to build an SDR. It's not full-fledged like GNU Radio and doesn't have a lot of blocks, but it's already can be helpful for some applications or some challenging applications. Yeah.
Thank you very much. I just have one question. Can you explain where the idea came from? Because because projects, they come from light that pops in your mind. It would be very interesting to know how you came to this idea and decided to go in such a huge work you've done. Thank you.
Yeah, so I'm working with GNU Radio for quite a lot of time, and then get in touch with the scheduler, because if you then implement like this wireless LAN or Zigbee, you at some point you have some problems, and then you look into the runtime and how it is working, try to understand the machine that is running GNU Radio, let's say. And then over time we saw, okay, there are some shortcomings of GNU Radio that we cannot easily overcome. And then yeah, we were thinking about this for quite some time, and then at some point I had some ideas that I wanted to try out, and then started to this runtime from scratch. But in parallel, also GNU Radio is developing a new GNU Radio 4.0, a new runtime from scratch, and now we are in exchange and try to ping pong ideas around, let's say. Yeah. But GNU Radio, this line of research is more like getting the successor of GNU Radio, while mine is more an academic project that's more focused on trying out new things, let's say.
So you started the journey, and quite a lot of things to do. You will you will present this afternoon more details, and I'm quite sure that the audience will be very happy to listen to what you've done. Thank you very much, and congratulations once again.
Yeah, thanks. I hope that talk meets the expectations. Yeah.
So, we know the winner. The winner is happy. We will hear Bastian's talk later in the day at 14:45, and I will be happy that if all of you will be here again.